Hi there, this is Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. We're going to do no contact in separation. We're going to look at all zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces. I hope you're having a great day. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. If you want it faster, I do have express or urgent options for an additional fee. It's on my website. All right, let's take a look at Aries. If you're in no contact and in separation, what is your person's feelings, intentions, and next actions? Aries placement. Your person is kind of going within, looking deeper at the situation between the two of you. Their intentions is they don't really want to give up, but they feel like they're very defensive over what's happened recently. And they don't want you to find out, but they're actually scared of commitment. And that is why this person is in no contact with you. They feel defeated because they like you, but they don't want to get into a commitment. Why is this person not wanting commitment with Aries? Why are they so scared of commitment? Okay, so this person needs to do some healing still from their past. There's somebody maybe they have children with, somebody they were in a relationship in the past that they have not overcome. They need you to be patient with them. They're trying to go within to figure out exactly what they want to do because they do not want to give up on you in the relationship, but they're not ready for the advancement of the next level. So if you've been casually dating and you're wanting to get engaged, you want to maybe move in together or get married or buy a home together, they're not ready for that level of commitment. And they're not fully healed from something else. Something from their past they're still holding on to. So it looks like for right now, this person isn't giving up, but they are remaining silent because they don't want to have to defend their stance of not wanting commitment. So it looks like they're at a standstill right now. So let's get one animal oracle card of advice for Aries. What's the advice for Aries placements? Passion with the dragon. It says, the dragon is a reminder of your strong will and your fiery personality. You are a fire sign. It is also a symbol of passion and fire. You're being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead to get you into trouble. So you might be really passionate about getting your way. Be careful, it may get you in trouble. All right, Taurus. That's confirmation. Taurus, no contact in separation. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, what is your person's feelings, intentions, next actions? They're feeling tempted to reach out and smooth things over with you. Their intentions is they know that they have issues. They do love you unconditionally, even though they have issues. Their actions is they want to work it out. They're releasing something that they have that's a fear and insecurity, and then they're going to want to work on it with you ASAP. So let's clarify here with the tarot for Taurus. What is it this person is trying to work out on their shadow side? What is this energy? Okay, so this person is very guarded. They push away certain things that upset them instead of working them out. Maybe they run away, maybe they go within. They're very defensive about this shadow side. They know that they need to work out, maybe being more open and receptive. Yeah, they need to be able to accept when they are feeling defeated, of being able to vocalize why they feel defeated, why they hit rock bottom in certain situations. This is somebody who maybe has mother issues. They may have issues with connecting with their feminine side, which is not necessarily allowing them to be vulnerable like they need to. That could be the shadow side of them that they do need to work on. It does look like they are working on it. So you will probably be hearing from this person. We've got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, maybe in the next 1 to 2 weeks. What is the advice for Taurus placements? What is it you need to know? What is the animal advice for you? The beaver, which is about balance. It says, you're being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. So if you're overgiving in a situation, you need to recognize that you're overgiving. Gemini, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Gemini, no contact in separation. What's your person's feelings, intentions, next actions? Your person feels like, yes, it is fate that the two of you met. However, they have commitment issues. Their intentions is to figure out what they value and what they don't value when it comes to these commitment issues. And they're acting like they're happy not talking to you, but they're really not. They feel like right now it's necessary for them to take a step back to try to gain things from a different perspective and figure out what they truly wish. They do want to come back into celebration with you at some point. You could be dealing with the fire sign, but right now they are walking away. Yeah, they're trying to figure out what their wish is. It's like they wished for you to be a part of their life. However, because they feel like you're a part of their fate or their destiny, like you're the one, but they're not ready. They're not in a place in their life to be able to give you a commitment. Why is that? There's the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant. They're not ready for marriage. They're not ready for maybe living together. They're not ready for graduating to the next step, but they know that you are the person that they're supposed to marry. You're the person they're supposed to have children with. You're the person they're supposed to be in a relationship with, but they're not prepared for it. It's like they wished for you. They hoped and prayed for you. They got you in their life, but they're not ready for you. So what are they going to do? Are they going to come towards you? For right now, they're walking away. They don't really know yet what they're going to do, but for right now, they are walking away. What is the advice or the guidance for Gemini? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear? What is the animal oracle message of advice? The Horse, which is about embracing your freedom. It says you must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are self-imposed or put on by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. So if you are feeling like you want something, but this person's not willing to give it to you, you're needing to embrace your freedom right now, is what your advice is. All right, Cancer. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Cancer, no contact in separation. What is your person's feelings, intentions, next actions? They feel like right now they're unsure of what it is that they want. They feel right now, while they're in isolation, they have peace in their life for once in a very long time. Now, their intentions is they do love you. They understand that they love you and they only have eyes for you and they are attracted to you, but they also want to have fun times too, meaning they still want to spend time with their friends or their family, or they want to do things that they want to do without having you be involved in it. They still want to have that part of their life. Now they're going to want another chance, but they're enjoying their peace and quiet right now. Okay, so there's the Ten of Cups and Three of Pentacles. So they're going to want to come back around and work this out, but they want emotional happiness and contentment, not just in your relationship, but as an individual person. And that's what your person wants to talk about. They want to talk about how to work this out. How can we compromise? What are the options? They want another chance, but they only want another chance if you're going to give them peace in their life also. And they're not sure that that's going to be able to happen. All right, well, let's get a card of advice for Cancer placements. What is the animal oracle message of advice for those with Cancer placements? Cancer. We have the Horse, freedom. Gemini just got this card for advice also, so you could have Gemini in your chart. You could be dealing with the Gemini. It says you must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they're self-imposed or you are put on by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. So are you pushing this person, wanting something more because of other outside influence telling you that's what you should expect from them? That's your piece of advice, is to understand what this freedom really means. Leo. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. Leo, no contact in separation with you and your person. What are their feelings, intentions, next actions, Leo? They feel really livid that they haven't learned that there's a lot of differences between the two of you, and they can't figure out what to do. This person's intentions is they're a little bit frustrated because they've invested a lot And they could find that they can't stop thinking about you because there's a master lesson that they're supposed to be figuring out because of the connection with you. And you're bringing to light that there are a lot of differences, and this person is trying to figure out what they're supposed to do with these differences. If they're supposed to just be the opposite person of you, or if there's something bigger that they are supposed to create on their own because of these differences. So let's get some tarot here, Leo. Your person's trying to figure out what they're going to do. Okay, so there's the Judgment. So they're trying to make a decision. Could be dealing with the Libra. They're also trying to build their confidence to figure out what these differences are. Maybe you just don't have anything in common. You don't have the same hobbies, the same interests. You don't get along. You don't see things the same way. You don't have the same values or virtues. This person's trying to understand confidently the reason why they should try to return. They can't stop thinking about you, but they feel like there's a lot of differences between the two of you, that there's a master lesson your person is supposed to be experiencing because of this. Looks like your person eventually is going to make the decision that they're supposed to close out this cycle. That maybe you were somebody that came into their life to teach them something that they needed to create stability within themselves. And you were that activation. You were that person that was supposed to activate them on a soul level to step up and do something. Yeah, we've got that Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it doesn't look like they're coming back to you, but it does look like they're figuring out that you have played a very important lesson in their life. And if they haven't figured it out yet, they're going to really soon. They're going to be really confident that they're supposed to close this cycle out because there's something that they're supposed to pursue to gain stability and security in their own life. Okay, well, let's get a card of advice for Leo. What is the advice? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Leo? Cat independence energy. It says, you are being encouraged to develop a balance between independence and time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy time spent by yourself. So that is your advice. Virgo. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Virgo, no contact in separation. What is your person's feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions or moves? Your person is feeling like they want to be chased and they're being silent. They're being a great mystery because they want you to chase them. Their intentions is they're lurking on your social media and they are thinking about the memories that the two of you had shared. Now, their actions is they want you to chase them and you're not. Because you're not chasing them, they're going to get over it and they're going to be mad and they're going to block you. Because they may block you on social media because they've been waiting for you to chase them and you haven't. All right, let's clarify, Virgo. What's going on here? Got the Judgment. You could be dealing with the Libra. The Knight of Swords. Okay, so they definitely are making the decision to block this communication. They're over it. And we've got the Lovers in reverse, Three of Wands, and the High Priestess in reverse. They're not listening to their intuition that there's no future here anyway, that you're not chasing them. They're actually ignoring their intuition, but they're going to get mad and they're going to block you because you're not chasing them. Okay, well, let's get a card of advice for Virgos. What is it you need to know? What is it you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Virgos? The Antelope energy, decisive action. It says, you're being told that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions, take action towards making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts. So your intuition maybe has been telling you to pull back. So trust your instincts. All right, Libra. All right, Libra. No contact and separation. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Libra. No contact and separation. What's your person's feelings? What's their intentions? What's their next actions or moves? They're feeling like they're going to need to be greedy and selfish. Their intentions is they're looking at this only from their perspective, not yours. Their actions is they're reluctantly promising themselves that they're going to be stubborn. Okay, well, let's see, why is this person feeling so greedy and selfish at this time? Why is this person so greedy and selfish? Because they feel that there's an instability. Maybe there was a promise you said you were going to buy something for them, you were going to provide something for them, and you never did. And now they feel like they're going to hold back. You made a promise to them and you didn't fulfill that promise. And now they're happily moving on, feeling like, you know what? You don't want to do what I wanted, then I'm reluctant to even talk to you now. And there's them transitioning away, them moving on, them creating peace within themselves. They very much expected something from you. Maybe you promised to buy them something, take them somewhere, do something for them. Maybe you promised to pay them back and you never did. This person is pulling back from you because they feel there's an instability because of something that you had promised them. Okay, well, let's get a card of advice for Libra. What is it you need to know? What is it you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Libra? Scorpion energy, new beginnings. It says, you're invited to instigate change, but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. You're promised a beneficial rebirth. All right, Scorpio. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Scorpio, no contact in separation. What is your person's feelings, intentions, and next actions? Scorpio. Your person feels like you don't see their value, and their intentions is to immediately allow this completion to be over. Their actions is they have shiny new person syndrome. So they're looking at growing in different aspects, reaching out to other people, pursuing other opportunities to see what the potential could be with someone else, because they don't think that you see that their value is high. Okay, well, let's find out, Scorpio. Why does this person feel this way? Okay, they feel like they've sacrificed a lot. They've hung around, they've waited for you to see their value and worth, and you just don't. So they're immediately disposing of the situation. They are looking at new love. They're looking at new opportunities. They're maybe going on dates with other people. They're reaching out to other people. They have this shiny new person syndrome where they're accepting that this situation between the two of you is over. It's been too much burden. They've put too much maybe pressure on themselves or pressure on you to see their value, and you don't. Because of that, they feel like defeated, that they have to let this go. All right, well, let's get a card of advice for Scorpio. What is it you need to know? What is it you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good at this time, Scorpio? What is it you need to know? We have the cat energy, which is independence. It says, you're being encouraged to develop a balance between independence and a time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy time spent with yourself. So now is a time for you to be single and independent and rediscovering yourself. Sagittarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Sagittarius, no contact in separation. What is your person's feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right. Your person feels like you disrespected them. You maybe went out and had a fling with someone else. And their intentions is they're being loyal and dedicated to themselves now, and they're working on their healing. They're dedicated to healing themselves. And their actions is they're no longer focused on you or the disrespect that you had given to them. They're strong that they need to focus elsewhere. All right, well, let's clarify, Sagittarius. What's going on with this person? They feel like you had a fling with someone else. You disrespected them. They wish things could have been different, but it's not. With the Death card, it does look like you were maybe talking to somebody behind their back and they didn't expect that. And that's disrespectful. Even if it wasn't even a intimate fling, it could have been a fling where maybe you were talking or texting with somebody, maybe somebody online, somebody inappropriately. And Sagittarius, it looks like you found out your person was doing this. And because of that, your person is realizing that either you're the one who was disrespecting them or they were disrespecting you. So, what's the bottom of the deck? Yeah, somebody found out about somebody watching somebody do something they shouldn't have done. I don't see your person coming towards you. They're focusing on their healing from the situation. All right, let's get a card of advice for Sagittarius. What is the advice? What is the guidance that you need to know? You need to hear. Sagittarius. We have the dog, which is loyalty. It says, you may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing this fair share of work or their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. That's your advice. Capricorn, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Capricorn, no contact and separation with you and your person. What is their feelings, intentions, and next actions? Capricorn. I feel like that you have been fake with them. You haven't been authentic with them, and they can't eat, they can't sleep, and they can't work. They can't function at work. Their intentions is they don't want to give up. They're still available to you, but they don't want to give up. And their actions is they're kind of sad and they're hurt and they're sulking in their sorrow because they feel like you're being fake with them. That's why they've pulled back. All right, well, let's clarify here for Capricorn. This person that feels that Capricorn has been fake with them. They feel like you don't recognize them. You don't see them for who they truly are, and you're pretending to be somebody that you're not. It does hurt this person. It disappoints this person, and it does look like because of that, this person is accepting that, you know what? I'm available, but I'm not making any changes. If you want me, you have to come towards me, and there has to be major change. With the Death, that means there has to be a major transformation here. But for right now, it looks like your person feels like you were faking with them, and you were not being authentic with them. Could be a fire sign. I said the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get a card of advice for Capricorn. What is it you need to know? What is it you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Capricorn placements. Capricorn. We have the Whale, which is communication. It says, you're encouraged to communicate clearly from your heart. Bridge any gaps that are keeping you from connecting deeper with your loved ones. It is important to speak your truth with emotion, vulnerability, and power. Aquarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Aquarius, no contact and separation. What is your person's feelings, intentions, next action? Aquarius. Your person feels like the two of you are a perfect couple, but you have been acting very foolish lately. You've been going out, you've been partying, you've been having too much fun. Their intentions is they're moving back home. They're relocating back to where they used to live. Maybe you guys live together. They've decided that they're taking their life back. Their actions is they want you to talk to them. They want you to have this conversation with. They want you to come towards them to have this conversation because you're the one who's been acting foolish, been going out partying and having fun, Aquarius. Yeah, this person, there may be distance. This person is feeling they're waiting for you to do something. They're willing to heal things, but they feel like right now you're acting foolish and immature and they're not doing anything. They feel like you have free will, you have the choice and decision. They still love you, but they are taking their stuff and they're moving back home, wherever home is, okay? Let's get a card of advice for Aquarius. What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's gonna serve your highest good, Aquarius? Kangaroo, recognizing cycles. This is your advice. It says, a 9-month cycle is at play. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Some of you are going to find out you're pregnant. Commit fully to it. You have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backwards. Some of you, you've been doing this for 9 months with this person. They've been acting foolish or immature. There's something about this cycle is coming to an end. Pisces. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Pisces, no contact and separation. What is your person's feelings, intentions, next actions? Pisces. Your person is doing a lot of deep thinking. They're trying to figure out if you are the love that they have been denying. Their intentions is they are in denial, and their intentions is to understand why they're denying the coldness they're giving to you. It's like they know why, but they don't want to accept why. They're in denial as to why. There is something about your person feeling like they love you, but they also don't like you, that you're draining them. Okay, what's going on here? We've got the Emperor. So your person is seeing you as somebody who's being very strict, very rigid, very stubborn, and they just want peace. They want to be able to relax in the situation. They're hoping and praying that while they're thinking about this connection, that maybe you could do better, but they're in denial about that. I do see communication coming in from them. This person is going to propose some choices. They're going to have some ideas and suggestions if you're open and receptive to it. All right, well, let's get a card of advice for Pisces placement. What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good at this time, Pisces? The dragonfly, adaptability. It says, the dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit of lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. So you have dragonfly energy as your advice.